Death is life, is death, is life, is death, is life, is.
They're carving my name in the grave again. The flowers are fresh and their faces wet. My body has died, but I'm still alive. Look over your shoulder, I'm back from the dead. Lighting night candles to draw me in. Saying all the same things, I'm gone this time. Your words mean nothing, so take them back and meet me here across the plain. The other side, I'm not far. When you aren't around, I sink into the ground. I try to pretend I'm closer to you, never understand it. You're always on my mind, I cannot help it. I don't wanna be carrying the weight on my shoulders. That this comes to me, hits me on the cheek, gave me closure, immortal by design. I'll be meeting you here every time. Back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. I'm back from the dead, back from the They're saying my name in their prayers again. I flicker the light so they understand. I won't say goodbye, I'm right by your side. We're screaming and pleading, this separation ends. Doing all your witchcraft to call me in. Burning all your sage to connect our line. I show my presence, you run away in the fear of ghosts. I try to talk, the barriers are too strong. When you aren't around, I sink into the ground. I try to pretend I'm closer to you, never understand it. You're always on my mind, I cannot help it. I don't wanna be carrying the weight on my shoulders. That this come to me, hits me on the cheek, gave me closure, immortal by design. I'll be meeting you here
dog just died.
There is much to be skeptical of in this world, so it no longer surprises me to learn how many people don't really believe in anything. What's the point? For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Naturally, some days are harder than others, but I must try. We all have doubts. The light of the mind alone cannot burn away all darkness. Think on it and look in your heart. It will be for the best. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. Right. You're not so certain. Fair enough. We all go through periods of darkness. Of course. In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. In such times we can turn to the Lord, but it's good to have friends. And the good Lord knows there's much to be done here. You're a good neighbor to us. Thank you. Until then, God be with you.
All right. All right. I just took some time to say the prayer. It was a good use of our time because my mic was not connected to the cable, so I needed some time. I needed some time to set it up. Now, where was the echo? More certainly. As at the dog, I don't know how to do it without the echo. With the dog that just died. So how is it going? How is it going on this beautiful Sunday? I worked today, so I might be a little tired, but not tired enough to watch a couple of videos. Echoey at the prayer? Really? That was unexpected. However, I guess we could put an ambient song in the background. How are you doing this beautiful Sunday? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say about some stuff, but they've been happening. I found some things, but firstly, I don't know, is Melanie someone, Melanie Martinez, someone important? Because I see she has 14 million subscribers. Sorry about that. That wasn't polite, but I just ate, thank to God. Now, it's apparently 40 million, and she's back. That's what I heard. However, I do like to discuss a little bit the video. I will interrupt the sound so we don't get more than one copyright strike. So maybe we will get this stream and keep it on the air without getting any restrictions. It's just a try that I do. Like at the beginning it seemed magical and beautiful, like a little bit mysterious, cultish. Someone is born or someone is dying. Who knows, some crybaby. And she was saying the no. What was the refrain? Not gonna die? Okay, we're gonna be a little... Oh, come on, sing it. Is she singing? Oh, this one. This looks so ugly. doesn't it? It looks so weird. It's of course due to the new set of eyes, but the style is not actually pretty, like, enjoyable to be promoted. I'm not saying it's good or bad because taste is subjective whatsoever. However, these kinds of things are not. Look, and it's not. It's not even. You're gonna say horror or something like, look at this. What is this? What is this? What is this, Melanie Martinez? Who said that? However, nice, nice set over here. That we can say. That we can say. Oh, come on, let's leave it like this. No, it's not gonna go down. Oh, I know how it's gonna go down. I don't have to touch it. Okay, let's see. Let's see, come on. There we go. Bam. Worth it. Totally worth it. Alright, this video has been revised. It was, in the end, it was worth it. We can say that the song was meh. Meh, but the video was alright. You just need one of the boobs to act like a distraction from the face at the end, right? What are we gonna start with? What are we gonna start with? We started with man. Let's continue the boy talk as it always is, because it's like being drunk. Every night, not every night, but every night that a group is drunk, they talk about stuff. They talk about music. They talk about women, boobs and ass. Oh, damn it, I say ass. Now let's talk about women, because the stories nowadays about women are not so great. There used to be lay stories, now they're like, what the hell?
A lot of regrets, and I have a lot of regrets about my divorce. And one of them is that I picked the worst divorce lawyer. Probably not the worst ever, but one of the things that I asked from her was to put a stipulation in my divorce paperwork saying that I requested that all explicit content be destroyed because I had taken photos and videos, explicit ones, for my ex-husband while we were still married.
Ooh.
Once we were divorced, weird, I didn't want him to have access to that anymore. And I shared that with my lawyer, and she told me that we shouldn't put that language in the paperwork because then people might think poorly of me. So she was more concerned about what someone might look up and find in my paperwork about me wanting autonomy and rights over my body. It's more important for people to not find that out versus to ensure that that content is destroyed and that my ex-husband doesn't still have it and look at it. I mean, in all honesty, I don't think he does, or I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for him. I don't know. All I know is that I did reach out to him during the divorce process 2 years ago and said, can you please make sure that all of that is deleted? And he said, yes, like it's all gone. And I said, well, what about, in this location? And he said, oh, I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to. Like, when? this is my body. Like, and the point is, I'll never know if he deleted it.
Of course not. Of course I didn't.
Anyway, go. If you want. Well, sorry about that cough. If you want more of these diaries, you can go and find them at Modern Woman Archives Reviews. And yeah, this person apparently. Oh, let's let it play. Let's let her play in the background, but not with the sound. Oh, so apparently this woman had a divorce with her husband, and she wanted to stipulate in the contract for the man, for her ex-husband, to delete her photos. And of course the lawyer said that it wouldn't be good to put that into a process, because of course it will be only that will stir further paperwork, because you have to do more asking while you're still two persons that can talk to each other and do that. So she then felt that he didn't delete the photos, and that he will use them and look at them with all after the breakup. And that's very important to him. But you can see that it's more important to her, and she was thinking of all the places that she sent him sexually explicit picture, and the dude's moved on. The dude's moved on. He doesn't have a thing normally. But she was still very, very annoyed about that. However, when you are sending these pictures, you already know who you're sending them to. It's not actually your property anymore. You've sent them, and you know that body autonomy that she was talking about, that she has her body autonomy. Well, she had the autonomy when she sent the photos at the end, right? Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Because once you send those pictures, if you can't delete them or care so much if you want to delete them, then you can ask the person, and probably they will do it. However, you don't have to be weird about it and go to the lawyers for that. Go to the lawyers. Because then that's another can of worms, because he had the right, after all, to have those pictures. That if he's not sharing them, it's not an issue. Because let's be honest, is it an issue? Now I know most of you wouldn't want to your exes to have lewd pictures, but that's life now. That's life, and it's on everyone's right now, because you did decide, you did had autonomy over your body when you do that, and it's gonna happen more and more. It's gonna happen more and more, of course, but usually you don't have to worry about it, because you are right into choosing the persons you choose to be with, as Jordan Peterson said. So I washed my hands with that, like a true prophet. The prophets shall rise again, because our hands are washed now. Just like Rome did with Jesus. Because of course, we had to get into religion as well, because after all, this is a party. This is a party. Okay, if this is a party, then why is there no music going in the background? Ah, oh my god, there it is. Okay. Okay, let's imagine a little bit that summer is coming. Summer is approaching. It's gonna be a hard year, maybe. Until then, maybe it felt like it's gonna be a good year. But until then, some work must be done. Until the summer, at least. Some good work must be done. Because if some good work is done, we can enjoy at least a month of, or at most for those that are unlucky, of some summer. But the most unlucky of all won't even be able to go into vacations this summer. So I'm sorry for you, and I hope I won't be in that case, but if that will be the case, I'm sorry for me as well. But that's life. We have to push through. But let's imagine how it will be in the summer, because it's time to prepare our beach bodies. Go to the gym, as spring is around the corner. So this will be today's background music. It's a lounge chill out music. At the beach. At the beach. Is the sound alright? Like, is it too loud, or? Because it's very hard to calibrate. Yes, the gyms are full. Here, not so much, because it's also Ramadan. Here in France, it's also Ramadan, so there are many who might avoid this, because during Ramadan, if you don't know or didn't have any encounter with Islam, it's almost a month in which the Muslim people cannot eat as long as the sun is out. So yeah, they're more stressed right now, some more than others, because they're having a fast. They're actually holding a fast, so being hungry all day might make their reactions more edgy. But yeah, that's why you shouldn't take at heart many of the things that happened. And that's why it's good, because the gyms are not as full here. Gyms are not as full here, especially during the weekend. But during the week, yeah, the gyms are full, but at least there's one place where people go that something good is happening. There in the church. So as we're gonna talk about religion a little bit, what religion do you prefer the most? Because I like the ancient Egypt. And ancient Egypt. Come on, let me just type it. Alright, quick. The all-seeing eye dates back to ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt 101. We're just gonna watch it. A 6-minute video of Egypt. Ancient Egypt. Oh, come on, let's put the music here. Because we need to change it. Let's hope it's some good sound music is here. But yeah, let's see Ancient Egypt 101. Because the further we understand what is going on, the further we can implement the new systems of civilization. Of course, I told you that your prophet really wants a new civilization. It's time to leave this one. So to find a new civilization, you have to build it nowadays. You have to do everything yourself. So let's see.
The ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for over 3,000 years and became one of the most powerful and iconic civilizations in history. At its height, ancient Egypt's empire stretched as far north as modern-day Syria and as far south as today's Sudan. But long before it was an empire, ancient Egypt was a series of small, independent city-states that bloomed along North Africa's Nile River. The city-states were divided into two regions and named according to the flow of the Nile: Upper Egypt in the south, which was upstream, and Lower Egypt in the north, which was downstream. By about 3100 BC, the two halves united, thereby creating one Egyptian state that lasted for millennia. The reign of this civilization can be divided into three major periods of prosperity, called the Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms, and two periods of instability in between, called the First and Second Intermediate Periods. Guiding the Egyptian people was a succession of about 300 rulers, often referred to as pharaohs. Pharaoh, which means great house in Egyptian, was never the ruler's formal title. It only became synonymous with the ruling individual in modern times, thanks to its use in the Hebrew Bible. These rulers, who were not always men, nor Egyptian, were considered protectors of the people and served as divine liaisons between humanity and the hundreds of gods they worshipped. After the rulers passed away, ancient Egyptians believed they then became gods. To prepare their journey into the afterlife, the rulers constructed elaborate tombs, including the Great Pyramids at Giza and underground mausoleums in the Valley of the Kings. Rulers filled their tombs with all the items they could need in the afterlife, including gold, jewelry, food, drink, and even pets. Preparing for this journey to the gods also involved mummifying one's body. The deceased's corpse was embalmed, wrapped in hundreds of yards of linen, and placed inside the tomb so the body could be reanimated in the afterlife. To this day, structures like the Great Pyramids are a testament to the role of religion in ancient Egyptians' lives. But they also represent the innovative and cultural might of the Egyptian people. Innovations in mathematics and written language in particular propelled their civilization to success. Math, specifically measurement mathematics, helped Egyptians understand and harness their world with numbers like no other civilization had before. They developed a new form of measurement called the cubit. It was used to design massive structures, such as the Great Pyramid, with remarkable geometrical precision. The Egyptians also measured time. By combining mathematics with astronomy, they established a 24-hour division to the day and created a solar calendar, which was the first dating system in history to feature 365 days in 1 year. Lastly, Egyptians developed methods to measure and survey land around the Nile River. These civil engineering feats made way for the construction of dams, canals, and irrigation systems that helped farming and agriculture to flourish in the Nile Valley. In addition to mathematical concepts, the ancient Egyptians also created written languages to describe the world around them. The oldest and probably most well-known of these is hieroglyphic writing. This system was developed around 3150 BC during the Old Kingdom and has over 700 pictorial characters. It was used to inscribe monuments and pottery and predominantly served a decorative or ceremonial purpose. Soon after, another ancient form of writing, called hieratic, developed out of the hieroglyphic system. It was a form of cursive that was written in ink and served a more functional purpose. Unlike its more formal predecessor, hieratic was written on another ancient Egyptian innovation, papyrus. Papyrus was a type of paper derived from the papyrus plant, which grew plentifully along the Nile River. This medium gave the ancient Egyptians a new avenue of communication and record-keeping that allowed their civilization's administrative skill to grow and their culture to spread for thousands of years. As with all great empires, ancient Egypt came to an end. It was eventually conquered after a series of invasions, including those by the Persian Empire in the 4th century BC and the Roman Empire around 30 BC. Not many civilizations can claim a lifespan of over 3,000 years, let alone one that made vast cultural contributions that still resonate in modern times. Ancient Egypt, with its linguistic and mathematical innovations, spirituality and religion, and extensive political and military might, set a high standard for all civilizations that followed.
Yeah, too high of a status. Look, there was a thing that caught my eye over here. Now, you see this part where they describe how they mummify, the mummifying process.
Mummifying one's body. The deceased's corpse was embalmed, wrapped in hundreds of yards of linen, and placed inside the tomb so the body could be reanimated in the afterlife.
Now, you see the problem here? There is one tiny little problem. I don't think anyone said it, but here it is. Look at the picture, look at the tomb, and realize that actually that tomb is not there anymore. That tomb is in a British National Museum somewhere, I think. Let's see, where is the tomb of Tutankhamun? Not the tomb, but the body. The body in the tomb. You understand? Do you understand that we have moved nature? That's the reason why there are no mummies nowadays that revive. Because simply we took the mummies, and the money, of course. Everyone took the mummies from their place where they should respawn. So they can't respawn. Like, you have the stars that need to align better for the sarcophagus to be enlightened by the day of reanimation. And I wonder, I truly wonder if, like, why? Is it a conspiracy? Is it a conspiracy made by the magicians, the anti-magicians, the anti-ancient Egypt magicians? Is this a conspiracy we're feeling? Where, sir, we can't let the mummy of Tutankhamun be alive again. They will gain the right and create a new civilization. That's not good. That's not good. Move him to the British Museum for people to look at him. Feels like a cross back there. Feels like a crossing. What do you mean? Jesus cross thing. Where he's on the cross, exposed to everyone as being in the cross. Which is fine, I guess, for people that want to see him in the cross. on the cross. And apparently awaken with GP. Wait, where is he?
Opposite of Satan.
Oh, that was apparently awaken with GP has returned to the sign, to God, or not necessarily to God, but to good.
So I think that's seeing the presence of evil. That's why I've just accidentally been getting more Christian, why so many other people are. Because right now, I think the evil that's in this world is doing a great service of driving a lot of people to find God in ways that they previously hadn't. And also,
Yes, yes. Those who look are gonna find. As Jesus said. But I don't know why I can't see anymore how long my stream is. Oh yeah, there it is. I understand now. There we go, it's 36 minutes in. Okay, so it's not it's not the TT's moment yet, but it's gonna be in a couple of minutes, so we can start with, of course, the cold reality about a woman with life experience. Because these titles make people feel good. We're gonna see if we understand something here. And then I'm gonna tell you what I understood. Alright, let's see. It's from Rollo Tomasi, Irrational Male Clip. He was a red pill coach, telling everyone the cold reality about a woman with life experience.
It's just sometimes the one that has less baggage is the one that we're going to choose because there's just a lot less that comes along with it. Does that make sense?
But then they also have less life experience, and then you don't get along with them as well. Like, oh, it's fun and cool, and they're young and less baggage, but at the same time, because there's less baggage, they are a little bit more inexperienced. And if you are older, you can't get along with them.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think men are attracted to women with experience?
No, I mean experience as in, like, you want to talk to me, you're 40 dating a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
You're not as well traveled, you're not as well...
That's what I'm asking you. Do you think men... Please pay attention to the question. Do you think men care...
Alright. Let's stop it here. Usually I would have just muted it. I planned on just muting it, but I wanted to provide you with the same experience in which you see that nothing happens. You just get clips of these boobs. Because that's what we're watching, actually. Let's be honest, we're here for the boobs. Nobody cares about what these people think. You can find them on the street. You can find them in the streets, actually. And that's all you need to know. Do you want to know what they're thinking? Okay, let's see what are they thinking.
Care about a woman's experience?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
What if I told you we don't? As a matter of fact, hold on, stop.
Okay.
Because think about it. Does a guy prefer a girl with a higher body count or a lower body count?
Lower.
Okay.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
But that encompasses her experiences.
It's something that encompasses her experiences, apparently. And hey, you say about the red pill, but why did you bring the woman in red here, huh? She's not doing anything. I don't think you noticed, but she didn't say anything. She just smiles and
what have I told
like,
you?
Look.
Because think about it. Does a guy prefer a girl with a higher body count or a lower body count?
Lower.
Okay.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
But that encompasses her experiences.
That's one of the experiences. There's other experiences like...
Oh, girl. Well... You know that this is her at home as well. Alright? I don't know who of you want to keep this woman at home. I know you want to bang. But imagine she's at home. What do you think she's doing? While you're speaking, while everyone is around, she's just gonna do this.
That's one of the...
know, even the moment was pretty good, pretty damn good. Oh, come on.
There's other experiences like traveling and.
I don't care about experiences. A woman should not show a man experiences, should she? Experiences she had with someone else. Because, again, it's an adaptation. You're trying to make the man gay. This is the plan, boys. This is the plan. This whole talk, they're just trying to make them more gay. So you can be adapted to talking with girls like you're talking to dudes all the time. And it's the hard truth. But that's it. There's no more genders, even though I think this will help if women will go to work and then identify as men, so they can work and cannot make any HR complaints. And yeah, there will be no more Me Too things. It will solve a lot of things if we accept them as they identify as, requiring identification with the following thing. Ha! At work.
Knowledge and like things you've seen in your life. That's what I'm talking about. For example, Dan, who likes to date younger girls because he's attracted to younger girls. He's like, I can't.
Because she weren't ran down by choo choo.
Date them for a long time because I have nothing in common with them and nothing to talk about because they're so young, but I'm attracted to them. But it doesn't go far because they don't have any life experience.
Well,
and that's alright. You can just use the. I don't think this woman understands that you can use this story forever and forever and forever. Just to. This is a bait and switch, a bait and hook. Actually, it's a bait and a hook for them. Like, oh, I've been running with this. These 20-year-olds all day. I just can't remain with them because like they don't have so much experience. And of course I will continue doing the same thing because that's the way to do it. Okay, there is a sound over here. I'm receiving something. Sorry about that. Forgot to close this. And apparently, since it's Sunday. Oh, damn. Did I just... let me just see a thing. Not a lot. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. Sure. Why not?
Here's the other thing too.
Here, look at boobs.
Value. So yes, but here's the point. They're getting his attention.
But who can provide value to Dan Bilzerian?
Well, that's the girl's job. See, this is the problem. Why so many.
And you saw the problem. They were talking about Dan Bilzerian. Like, you have one dude, like the top 1%. You're talking about his preferences to date young girls. And, not getting in relationships with them when that's what he does. Because I don't know if you remember or you've seen that interview where he said, like, I don't mind, sometimes I would want to just pay them. It would be easier than having to be nice to each other and everything, which was a based move, because they have to act like they know what they want, but they don't actually consider a normal person that doesn't have everything on his plate because he's a millionaire. Because not everybody is a millionaire.
It's the girl's job. See, this is the problem. Why so many women? I love that you said that. That's the problem. many modern day women don't know how to keep a higher status guy around because most women, quite frankly, are useless.
Higher, not highest.
But he doesn't
Because
need
they
to cook. He has
Hey,
a private chef.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Most girls are useless because they've never had to be useful. If you come into a man's life that has everything, you need to figure out how to provide something to him that everybody else hasn't been able to provide. But most girls lack critical thinking skills, like some of the ladies we kicked off the panel earlier, because girls are not necessarily independent thinkers. They think
boobs. They don't think boobs, but they think that, look at those boobs. She came here for just to show her things. And some of them might be angry. But in reality, she still has not said anything.
I'm going to be pretty, I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to get this guy. When I asked you guys earlier, what do you bring to the table? All the things that you guys mentioned are easily replaceable by a 21-year-old girl. So how are you going to keep a guy around that has options? Yeah. We asked you guys that question for a purpose. Most women provide the same things over and over again, and if they don't provide those same things over, they provide, oh, I have money and status, as if men care about that. We don't.
But what happens if you're
So
not
what do men
you
care
guys?
about?
Do we care? Do we care about money and status? Do we care about... That's a thing they care about. Of course, everyone wants to make a good amount of money. The most, the better. However, it appears the problem is everybody's exaggerating their position in the scale. That's the thing. I mean, women just super evaluate their position in the life, and they assume they also do this with the man. So they just got into thinking that they need more experience. And I think that's a win. That's another win for the man. Because they're going to do the experience, and to get that experience, they're going to try more and more. I think this is the only thing. It's just what do you say, a global 304 swap, I guess you can call it. Which is disgusting, by the way, because, come on. Sometimes I lie, because even if it's disgusting, I still
That's the scary part.
also want to just motorboat this.
Nothing.
That's what I'm trying to say. No. That's the scary part. Like, you don't know. See, here's the difference between men and women. Men have to understand women to attract them and know what they want. Women, on the other hand, don't have to understand men or know what they want to attract them. That is why women are able to live in bizarro world and think, I'm going to bring myself to the table and that's enough. But the reality is this. You bring enough for sex, but you don't bring enough for a relationship. Most girls have enough to attain a guy, but they don't have enough to retain a guy.
But then there's girls who live.
Yes, it's all still true. It's still true. It's common knowledge. But to men, not to women, because they don't have the ability to listen or... Okay.
World and get literally everything they ever wanted. And they don't give a fuck what the guy wants. They're just like, they get everything they want, and then whenever the guy,
if that guy's keeping them around, here's the thing: if that guy's keeping them around and he has options, etc., that girl is doing something that the other girls are not willing to do,
allowing him to cheat, and she doesn't give a fuck because she's getting
that might be but hold on, that might
okay.
be what he wants.
Yeah,
it's the girl's job to come in and figure out what that man wants, adapt to it, improvise, and be the best component.
Yeah, no. Not gonna happen. Women would rather just sit than improvise. Actually do something. Hey, there might be some good out there. What can I say? It might be some good ones, but let's take a good a little break, a 5-minute break, so we can get some water. Listen to a song. Of course, I'm gonna put our favorite videos, which is bro. How do you write bro? Yeah, this one looks the best. So we can use this as our oh no, I had another. We're gonna have a blast from the past. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Do you have a song in mind? Do you have a song in mind for this quick break? Yeah. Song. Yes. Song about Sunday. Ah, come on, give me a song. Give me a song. Anyway, I'm gonna start good TikTok songs. Chill mute. No, not chill. Not chill. Lounge. Hard as rock. Oh, I'm not into AC/DC, but why not? I'm not really into the rock that much. This one that is simple, without any more things. But yeah, let's just go on doing it as I put the video on, because I remembered we were supposed to see, because I have found something for you to enjoy that you might remember from the last stream. So let's go into the pause. Well, I don't know about you, but me as well. I'm harder than a rock. And harder than a rock nowadays, even if it's raining. Now, in case you didn't know who this was. Wait, let me just remove that text away. Ah, there you go. There you go. There used to be something here that I had, but I don't have. Damn it. Maybe here. Let me just switch it up back. No. Oh, what have I done? Oh. No. Getting back here. Let's just get back here because I might have done a chapter wrong. That's lesson learned. However, this person that we've seen dancing over here, that made us harder than a rock. Do not lie to me. Do not lie to me. Now she is trying some kind of clothes. They're very nice. And of course, I would vouch for her position in what she says. Now, of course, all the tattoos. The pink goes nice. I do like it, but I do want the white to be reserved for not tattooed people. That's one of my contentions, but other than that, she looks pretty good. She has the same physiognomy as a sex worker in Amsterdam. So yeah, I can say that it looks strange, but it also looks good at the same time. However, not as good as you think, as you'd imagine, because there's a lot of these that are around here, so it's not as tight as it should. However, this girl seems very nice. I would indeed risk it all, because I don't know what happened here. Usually what happened here is that there are some internet porn videos with you done if you have this kinds of stuff. So I don't know. However, depending on how much money she makes, I might risk it for the long run. But I think she's nice, as she is, of course, getting naked on camera. I think this is the only, not naked, but trying things and doing squats at the same time. I don't know, when was the last time when you tried some shorts? You went you went in the shop and in the change room, you got there, you tried the shorts, and then you did a squat, like yeah, this looks good, how do they say, hope, let me do another set. Oh, but other than that, she seems very nice. She does not she did banana pie last time we saw her live, but we're gonna go from the light side, we're gonna go to a little more darker side as soon as I put the music over here. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Because I found some things. What do you want to talk about? Let me just see. What should we go with? I'm coming right up. This or what was her name? Oh, I forgot to put the song before the pause. I'm sorry. I will put it next time. Remind me to put it next time. But there is someone. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's truthfully Trisha. Oh, I didn't know what I was watching last time, so I wrote something, but then I found a history. And I don't know what I'm watching. So I'm gonna torture you with that as well. Because I don't know what it is. Oh, I think she ended her live stream. However, we can see it here. Where is she? Girl.
Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Trisha, and I wanted to do a quick little vlog for you. So I was driving home from Lowe's. I got some amazing stuff today to fill my garden. So one of the things that I really like to do, I love to garden. Like when I get really stressed out, like last night, oh my gosh, I really enjoyed relaxing. I know you might think that's a little crazy, but I got a bunch of stuff to do my garden with, and when I find my hands digging in the dirt, I find that I'm not bothered by anything. Like, I don't care what anybody else is saying about me online. When I'm cultivating something, when I'm growing something, I feel like I'm productive, and my life is like on display. So yesterday I really enjoyed the Delta 8, and I found I slept really good last night. I just totally vegged out.
Now, if you don't know this person, this is truthfully Trisha. She live streams most of her life. This is my goal of arriving, apparently, in which you just go and chill. Of course, she got divorced. So this was the wall that I'm talking about. This is if you're getting too committed with the program, because you're trying to get in the same feeling like you say you are on live stream. Those eyes that are lost. Now I don't have any issues with this person, because I don't know how to feel about it, because of course sometimes she's off her medication, and I think she has some bipolar problems. But however, we can see this is like a real life live event of hitting the wall, and where it gets to if we continue this way.
I find out who the real people are. They don't have anything. Oh, stop it. I don't believe I said how fat she was. Did I? Show me the clip.
This is the part. I think this is the part that I came in.
You're so right. Mad they were when I posted a picture of, even if it was a wig. I can't post a new hair change. I can't post a happy new relationship.
She's posting.
They found out who the guy was.
She's posting everything almost.
They found out who the guy was.
And she's been on Dr. Phil because she was doing, of course, too much live streaming, and her husband had to just kind of protect her from the comments. That's why I'm saying do not be mean to this person, because she's not mean, but it's weird to see this, and we should use it as an example.
That was you, remember?
for the future of
Delusional. Why aren't I in a home then?
delusional people that want to
I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap soon.
be tired always.
Big hair don't care.
Where is she?
No, no, no. No, no, no. That was you, remember?
Oh, she was talking about
Delusional. That's not. Yeah, so delusional. Why aren't I in a home then? What? Why aren't I in a group home then if I'm so delusional? Why am I living on my own? Organic chamomile tea.
she's always showing what she's eating, what she's doing. It's pretty strange. It's pretty strange to watch it. It's like watching a dying star
I've got
from afar.
organic
You can see its
I've got
light disappearing from the planets as well, because this, of course, is the future of women
English breakfast.
that
I've got all the tea, bitch.
get addicted to social media
Tea.
and their phones.
I've got
They're gonna tell people what she's got.
iced tea, bitch. I've got all the motherfucking tea. So what?
She does have a lot of tea.
About me and no one to drink with.
But she also has some other types of videos. I don't think she has an OnlyFans, and I don't care. I saw a link over there, but I don't click because, to be honest, would you or would you not? Come on, look, she's not. Welcome to our
And his wives. He's no different than Cody Brown. I keep wanting to say Cody Simpson. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. I'm here to help.
She's at the shower. No worry. She's at the shower. Let's go.
Leave me alone. But would you leave me alone? I mean, damn. I can't leave myself alone. Good morning. It's all for a good cause. This is my reality show. I woke up. Praise be to God. I had my breakfast. Took a nice hot bath. And while I'm in the bath, I'm taking a dump. And they'd watch too. They'd be like, her turd is floating. She doesn't have enough protein in her diet, like they would know.
Oh, can you imagine what these stories they'll have in the future? Oh my god. Oh my god. Where was the one that I arrived in? Oh, come on. Because I've been... It was this one or this one? She was looking like from this position, but she didn't have those clothes on. Oh, come on. Does she stay on the bed? I think it's here. Let's check. Let's check.
I just have to see how it turns out.
No, I'm not here. I'm not in the chat.
I'll be right back.
Because her medication seemed to not be working
I don't have any more.
at the time.
I do have more chicken wings. So I'm
And she was very, very...
about my I'm photoshopping it. That's from this angle. I don't know. It's all about the angles, guys.
It's all about the angles, guys. Don't forget. No, it's not here. Come on. Where is it? Was it here? I think it's here. Or is it here? Oh, come on. Where was I? Because I entered in the chat and she answered very very ecstatically. So sometimes she has her meds taken, and sometimes she does not. However, I will continue watching this weird things that she posts because I'm attracted to the result of what's gonna happen, like a fly to the fire. I don't know what to tell you. Just look at this. Come on, ladies. This could be you. This will be you in a couple of years. Ah, these millennials, they're gonna be all like this. Oh yeah. Look at those moves. Oh, this is a bit nice future. I don't want to really lead the song, but who knows? I don't think she has the right as well, so we can still use it. But yeah, don't you want to get into that? She's not bad though, but she's a mother. Look. Oh, god damn it! What's wrong? This is the first case you can have of streaming addiction, which I have as well. So in a few years, you might see me the same way. Just I'm gonna say drunk man dances and has a heart attack just to catch some clicks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she's doing, but I'll be doing the same thing in like 10 years. I'll be filming myself streaming, asking you guys, how are you doing? Okay, please don't do anything. Okay. Oh, woman. And this is on YouTube, just so you know. This is what the future is gonna be on YouTube. We're actually watching the future happen right before us. Ah, antinatalist. I even forgot about the thing. Antinatalist woman. In a few years, profit. I shall twerk in a few years. Alright, there we go. But let's not forget that until we get some things, there are antinatalists getting more and more. I saw a lot of videos with antinatalists. They're not making a pretty good case. Other than life sucks, which is true. But just because a thing is true, that doesn't mean I want it proliferated. And one of the things is going to the shop and buying a vibrator, setting it to max every night, every day. And the state, the Canadian manufacturer, would be tracking those things while it happens, because there's a vibrator maker ordered to pay out $4 million for tracking users' sexual activity. Just so you know. Canadian manufacturer We Vibe collected data about temperature and vibration intensity, revealing intimate information without customers' knowledge. So just so you know, We Vibe has your girl's intensity preference. So she will probably be more satisfied by that one. Just so you know, boys, we have been put into a competition. So I don't know about women that use these kinds of things. I cannot trust them anymore. I cannot trust them anymore because I'm competing with an algorithm. Of course, you'll know your perfect temperature and vibration intensity. Ah, oh, oh, the sex toy. Oh, the sex toys. Anyways, you want some antinatalist then? Okay, let's see some antinatalist. It's coming here. It's coming here. As soon as I get over Truthfully Trisha, which I will watch her progression. No, not this one. Okay, just give me anti. Because I saw they're going. There are a few, but I keep seeing them more and more. So let's see on this one. Because we were gonna see why are they so few antinatalists. And by the way, the antinatalist is the one that want people to stop giving birth, which is
Hi, folks.
Not cool.
I was thinking about a question today. I've talked a little bit about antinatalism before, so I wanted to explore the idea of why there are so few people that believe that human life probably shouldn't continue in the form that it is now, at least.
Yes, it should not continue in the form that it is now, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't continue. And it's not a good thing to not continue. However, it would be better if people will want to continue, will actually do want to continue for them to continue. Not just responding to some kind of pressures from someone. Like if they want to have, they should have. If they don't want to have, they should not have. It's not a thing that you can put on someone else. That's why I don't like the antinatalist perspective, because someone has to get to the shit at the end of the day.
It's kind of a simple question.
And if you go through it, then you're king.
If you look at biology, especially evolutionary biology, we need mutation, we need difference in order for things to progress, for things to evolve. And we also need those genes or those ideas, if you want to call them memes, to be passed on to the next generation, whether it's biologically through reproduction, or we need the idea to be enacted or appreciated by a number of people in order for that idea to move forward. So antinatalism, of course, just those of you probably already know, but who are not familiar with the term, is simply the idea that human life, sentient in general, includes more suffering than joy when you look at it over a lifespan, when you include death and suffering and old age. So therefore...
Yeah, but that's just our times. It's not... it's not in general, because even though there was suffering in the past as well, there were moments that were good, like ancient Egypt, when they had to wait for when the ancient Egypt worked, because they had their squabbles as well. But this is a system today, like it's meant to make you less of a man, less willing to try something or to even produce anything without fearing suffering.
The net benefit of being alive doesn't outweigh the suffering. So therefore, it would be better not to have been. Now, this is kind of a remarkably strange thing to think about, especially when you're alive. So you can't remember.
Yeah, because it kind of sucks a lot sometimes. Most of the time, for those that suck a lot, continue to suck a lot for a long, long while. Now, that is if you don't descend into twerking, which is the other part of the compass.
This, you can't think about this without having a vested interest in it, because all of us who are thinking about this are already alive, and we're also immediately talking about our own deaths when we talk about this. Now, it doesn't suggest suicide. That's something else. That would be something like pro-mortalism, the idea that we should end life. This just
No, it's just some of us, we don't want to exist. If I'm right, that's what he's trying, because sometimes you just don't wanna. How cool if you wouldn't exist someday? Huh? Sometimes you just want to be in the woods. Sometimes. But then you remember that all those connections, all those things that are dragging you back, like work, rent, drugs, I guess, food, gym, and if you're lucky, family, like me. But otherwise, you could have just been somewhere in the woods, just doing some things. Of course, you wouldn't be able to eat because they don't allow you to have a lot of stuff. But if you're a tracker, if you're going to an excursion, that's all right. However, I would like to do some more walks in nature, which are good for everyone. I would one day have enough money to do the pilgrimage to Spain from France. That would be pretty cool. But I can't leave my things alone because I'm kept here to work to fix my teeth, I guess. But that's just me. That's just me.
Just suggest that we shouldn't bring any more life into the world. But one of the things that happens when you start to consider that may be true is that the rest of your life now, you have to think about, well, what do I do? What's the meaning to life? I'm not thinking about a future. If I'm not going to be bringing offspring into the world, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you can still think about the future there. The thing is, the thing is here, there you can still send the memes, you can still replicate without actually replicating. And the antinatalist position is just, I don't want to replicate, and you can be like, okay, do your thing. That's always my position on antinatalists. Like I know that some people don't want to be born or don't want to be existing, don't want this to be reality, don't want to continue. However, it's still a thing that won't continue until you're dead. But until you're dead, you're alive, and during the time you're alive, you are supposed to make some connections and understand the most you can before going and meeting Anubis. Because everyone has a heavy heart nowadays, and that's not really good for the balance.
A lot of the basic kind of streams of human behavior start to close off. And I think this is one of the reasons why there are so few real antinatalists. And I wouldn't even include myself completely in this category. I'm sort of philosophically rolling it around. I don't have kids. I don't have any plans to have them. For many of the reasons that antinatalists would suggest, I agree with all that. Bringing a child into the world without their consent seems to be the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, I think that's one of the position, like bringing a child into the world without consent. Now, of course, we're have to go with the flow sometimes. That's the thing. We have to go with the flow. One day we will learn to go with the flow. I can't go with the flow, but I should go with the flow. And, you can't really promise that it's gonna be good or bad. You're gonna try your best if you want to make any children. You can try your best to make it good, but how else can you make children? That's the thing. How else can you replicate? Can the people that want to do it? That's the point. The one that can want to do it, want to replicate something, then they will do it. Some inadvertently, some not. Of course, this is because people don't think when they are together, and sometimes they have children without wanting to have children, because that's a position some I have, that some are really not prepared and do not like children at all, and I guess that's all right. But I just like the gay vibe. I don't want it promulgated. I don't like it like being so like in publicity, getting so much publicity. But since these are the things that are getting publicity, I still have nothing with the man. I understand him completely, that he has this, but we're gonna try and take the arguments more or less.
And of course, there's no way to get consent from a child that is not yet conceived, which to me is the reason why you wouldn't do it, because you simply cannot get consent. You don't know.
This consent thing is very leftist. The thing is, it's a dance, it's a rhythm, it's between two people.
Whether or not they want to be born. So the best thing to err on the side of caution is to not bring them into the world. But back to the reason, another reason why there are so few.
I still don't see that as a valid reason, just because they can't consent to being. Now, of course, they do consent when their parents decide to unite. However, there are also the ray babies, which I thought one day the gray babies should be like sent given birth, but then after they're giving birth, they're gonna be made to eat pig meat, or made to be raised by I want to say pedos. Like, if there was a way to quench the thirst of the pedos, would be to deliver the grape babies towards pedophiles, like when they're I want to say 18. We need a new formula to keep them, but we want to know that the seed of the rapist receives what it was supposed to be happening. I know it's dark, but I feel like there's a solution right there. Like in those horrible situations, the rapist child would be put to do horrendous things to pay for the rapist's sins. I think that should be a thing. I don't know, but I know my all my solutions are pretty brutal. But think of it this way: like if you have the grooming gangs that are doing these weird things, right? These persons, if they do something, and we know that's how they activate, they're like grooming things. And if you didn't know this, some of the pimps are drugging their victims and then doing horrible things to them, and then forcing them to do stuff like sex work or OnlyFans, just to not send the pictures of or videos of what she did while she was drugged. Yeah, it is part of reality, and I understand why some people don't want to be born when that happens.
You antinatalists, the idea, of course, is striking, violates our intuitions, throws into question the value of human life and meaning while you're already alive. All that's true. But of course, the fundamental part is, in order for this idea to move forward, it would have to be moved forward by having people, perhaps parents, suggest it to their children, and then the children grow up with those ideas in the same way that people grow up with religions and philosophies and values that are passed down from their culture or from their family. An antinatalist isn't having children, so there's no one to pass on the ideas to at an impressionable age, which is maybe a good thing.
Now, that's the contention point over there, that of course, if you're gonna tell someone that the people that don't want to continue exist, they will have to consider it more and more. You just give them information that will help no one, because at the end of the time, if that person becomes an antinatalist and doesn't want to make children, and thought about that for years and years and years since he was a child, then sometimes he might wonder, hey, maybe I don't want to exist. Maybe it's too painful to exist. And in retrospect, would that be good or would that be bad? To teach them like, hey, you can always just stop. I don't see that as an arriving point. That's the thing. You can, which is true. It is true. You can always try to. You're not obligated to reproduce. But you're still not exploring the other possibilities of not considering this the biggest part of your life, and focus on other things that you can do, as to be memed out of yourself.
The only way to pass on the ideas then would be to have conversations with people who are already alive, many of whom already have children, sunk costs, vested interests, and a lot of resistance to even considering these ideas because they feel bad, because they feel like they've done something wrong if they already have children, and they're kind of violating the ideas behind antinatalism. So that's why I think the case is.
I understand, yeah.
Is there an answer to this? I don't really think there is an answer to it. And again, I'm not suggesting or even particularly care whether antinatalism is adopted by the larger society. It's not really for me to say, but this is just a short video to explain partly why people have the resistances they have. And if you're arguing with somebody or talking to somebody about antinatalism, you can expect a lot of resistance. Again, not because it's logically inconsistent. Antinatalism is actually, I think, very consistent logically. It's because it's emotionally
True.
extremely difficult to deal with. And just one more note I would say for those who are already antinatalists, it can sound like, and maybe even sometimes feel a little bit depressing to consider this, but think about it this way. We've got this.
It's okay. I don't see it. I don't see it now to be a like a pressure to make children. Yeah, civilization might be falling, population might be declining. However, that will mean that the product will get probably better, since people will have to get more better targeted in a more largely area of interest, which is pretty good after all.
This one life we're here, we've got this one life to live. We're not bringing more children into the world. We're not trying to create structures that last for thousands of years, probably, right?
You don't have to have children to create structures that could last 1,000 years. I think that's my contention point. It's not a requirement for you to have a dynasty like me, but
an antinatalist wouldn't be probably thinking about that. So then the thing we can do is learn to appreciate life as it is for as long as it lasts.
Yes, that's a sensible comment as I started this.
We would hope everybody would be able to do that. But particularly for someone that doesn't have any long-range plans, living your best life here while you're here becomes even more important. So that's something to think about, and how would be another interesting question. So if you have ways of living the most interesting and appreciative life you can, let me know in the comments below.
What's the more? One of the best ways to enjoy it is to be at the countryside, of course, with horses and animals to take care of. I guess that would be pretty nice. Just a couple of neighbors you see once every few days or once a week at the church, while you're praying for the persons that do not want to continue. Come on, because I saw we have the vote right now of women. We talked a lot. Let's see what we have. So from the Modern Woman archives, what do we get? We're gonna see some single moms. Gonna see some single moms right here. Of course, Modern Woman archives review. Let me just hit this. Let me just hit this up. Oh yeah. There we go. Putting some chill. Just lighting up the last straw. Or cigarette. Why not? Worst addiction ever. However, let's go to the woman part. To the woman part. Where is it? There we go. Modern archives. Modern archives. Let's see what's going on with single moms. Because they're more and more nowadays. Because why not? Why not? Why? What even are we doing?
But what about all those men out there, though, that didn't bother buying their baby mums anything for Mother's Day? What about all of them, eh? What about all of them?
Oh, the finger.
Card, no? Not even a text, not even a flower. No flower. Not even a thank you for looking after your child every day. Nothing. Tell you what, mate. Hey, tell you what, mate.
All right, so that sounds like a nice ex-wife, huh?
Not even a thank you for looking after your child every day. Nothing. Tell you what, mate.
Nothing, and she's very angry. However, you see, it has changed. Before in the years earlier, this person would usually buy themselves flowers on Women's Day if people do not bought them, and then describe how brave they were by doing that.
So guys, I have a question for you. I'm immigrant in America. I just moved.
Okay, you see the tattoos over here? Bang, bang, bang. Oh, there was a flower happening here. Oh, something flowered here. And then, of course, on the eye, something else happened here as well. We know. Now, let's see how she dealt with the things that happened to her in those places.
Moved like less than 1 year. I live in Houston and I'm a single mom. I have no friends and family here. I'm like kind of alone here. So if I go on a date with someone, I always ask to pay for a babysitter. Sometimes
What?
it's 50, sometimes 70, sometimes 100. Depends on the time, and yeah, depends on the time. Is it okay for you to pay for a babysitter if you just go on the first date? Let me know in the comments.
What? For the man to also pay the babysitter? Oh. Girl, that's not my kid. Why the fuck should I pay for a kid? Oh, Jesus.
So if I go on a date...
Oh, guys, just find something else to do. Just find something else to do.
They are.
Oh, we have the commentary here. No. When you have a child, you shouldn't be worried about dating or who's paying the bill. You should worry about the child. No? No wonder there are so many antinatalists that want to promote antinatalism. Or just show it to people as a possible solution. Because it is a possible solution. It is many times a good solution. Because those that are ready to take that risk for their children, then they will take it. Those that don't, they won't take it, but the child will still be born.
I think it was after my third child, I turned to my husband at that time and I said, wow, being a single mom is hard. I'm so glad that I have you.
Oh my god, did she become another single mom?
And I don't have to raise these children by myself. Boy, at that time I did not know. Be a single mom of not just 3 kids, but 7.
Oh my god, woman, what were you doing?
But here I am.
Oh my god. So she had 3 children, and then she found another person, and she was thankful that he was there. But then he decided, like, hey, like, I can have a woman with no children as well. And boom, that's what happened. Let's see the commentary, because I sometimes like the commentary as well.
7 children is a lot. I wonder how many fathers there are. The second man was taking on too much to get involved in that situation.
Oh yeah.
But the men who got involved after that need some help.
7. Imagine learning about that a girl is a single mom and she has 7 kids. Now, of course, I don't think she has time anymore, and that's why she's doing these TikToks. Because that's the only time she has to grab some attention from somewhere. Because now she has 7 children. Damn it. Now, this person's... it's the maximum I got. Wait, let me... Okay, there we go. It depends on how they film as well, because his sound is a little lower when he describes them. However, you see the antinatalists' problem here, because some of them really didn't want to be born, and the person, the 4th, 5th, after the 3rd child, the others didn't want to be born. Because why? Why would they want to be born? What is the price of a babysitter? 4, 7. I don't know. Let's find out. How? What is the price of a babysitter? Price babysitter. But you need a whole kindergarten. You need a whole kindergarten. So it's basically hourly rate for a babysitter. It's 20 for 1 child and 23 for 2 kids. And that means it will be close to I think if you have 4 or more, then it just puts bonuses in. Like, it doubles with each child you have. Like, you have 14 per hour. After school. Come on. Calculator. Let's do some maths over here. Let's do some maths. Oh, we're loving it. Some maths. We have 17 or 3. That's $52 an hour for 3 children. Now, we're gonna put half of this, which will be like... damn maths. 52. Wait, we have Chat AI. He could help us. How much would a babysitter charge for 7 children per hour? Let's see what Chat AI can show us. The hourly rate of a babysitter can vary depending on several factors, including location, experience, and the number of children being cared for. However, caring for 7 children is a significant responsibility, and a babysitter will need to have adequate experience in training to handle such a task. Indeed. However, for 7 children, the rate will likely be higher to account for the additional work and responsibility involved. per hour may vary, but a reasonable rate would be around $30 per hour. No, that's not true. It can't be that low. For 7. It is always a good idea. I don't know if this woman knows, but it is always a good idea to discuss the rate and expectations up front with the babysitter to ensure everyone is on the same page. Ah, yeah. But I think you need at least 2 babysitters, right? For these kinds of things. Yeah, it's it's a bit expensive. Like, the date should only cost you like 1 drink. And then you can just say no without any issues. Or you get into the awkward stage in which you have to say yeah. Yeah, you need at least 2 sets of eyes, depending on how the house is made. And if the children are taught to take care of each other, or do they already hate each other, so they scream all day at each other and try to end each other, because hey, they're not coming from the same parents, so they know some of them might already know that they're not. Or a dungeon. Yeah, in a dungeon. But the cool thing is nowadays that you can just give them phones. You can just give them phones for 1 hour, and they're just eyes in the phones, eyes in the screens for an entire hour, which is cool and okay, because you know that at least for 1 hour there, while you're getting ready to become a single mother of 7, then your children won't be in harm's way, because when life will hit, it will hit hard, just like the wall for this woman.
This, and I know you're not hearing it because I keep seeing video after video for some reason of toxic men talking about why they wouldn't date single mums. So here's what you need to know. Number 1, single parent.
As if they have a chance to what? Pay $400 a date? A babysitter to the child?
1, single parenting does not decrease your value in any way.
Yes, it does. More than a married couple. Unless you're widowed. Again, widow, I always accept. Because, hey, life sometimes hits hard. I understand. Let me just turn this off. Okay, let's do it this way.
The amount of grit, resolve, determination, ambition, and hard work it takes to raise a child on your own makes you an amazing individual. Those are all characteristics I would look for in a partner. And any...
Okay, keep looking. So you're saying it doesn't go as loud as it should. Let me just try and make a filter. Maybe we can make it louder, but this is the maximum I get. Noise gate, compressor, expander. Let's put an expander right here. Okay. Threshold. It's expander. Let's put it on expander. Attack. Release. Okay, let's see right now.
Any decent guy would know this. They would look at a single mom and go, my God, how amazing is she? She's doing a job that 2 people usually do, and the rest.
Oh, that's amazing. That's the first thing I'm looking. Wait.
They would look at a single mom and go, my God, how amazing is she?
Yeah. Have you ever looked at a single mom and said like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Like, I don't know where her father is. Like, I can see she's so amazing. She didn't just completely imploded. That's amazing, but I'm not touching that.
She's doing a job that 2 people usually do, and the rest. I'm lucky if she gives me the time of day, and they are.
They're very lucky. They're very lucky to give them the time of day. However, she is right. If if you manage to arrive at a point where you can do 2 people's job, as a person, you can do 2 people's job, then you will arrive at a good point. As a man. As a woman, it's strong if you've been a wife, if you've been with someone, like, still with that person, I guess. That would be the father. That person, when he will be out on a war or somewhere, I don't know, for work, then as they will visit you, as you go, in the community with the child, will say, yeah, look at this woman. She does her work as a mother because her husband is away doing stuff, but she handles the house really well. Then that would be in a good case. Then he would consider himself lucky because it would be the father of the child, knowing that the mother he picked a good mother. That's where the lucky part will be. Not for the single mom having to do what she decided to do earlier. She decided that she can do without actually having to receive praise from someone.
People usually do, and the rest. I'm lucky if she gives me the time of day, and they are. It always kind of amuses me and baffles me that men would look at a woman and think her value is less because she's a single mum, when the only
it's not, her value is not less. However, her value on the sexual market, in the dating market, is less, way less. Way less. Like, you can now, it's so less that you can now filter for free in most dating apps without children. Like, don't show me women with children. Or if you're feeling in a bang desperate woman, then you deactivate no children thing on the dating apps.
reason she's a single mum is because some bloke somewhere else isn't pulling his weight. Next thing you need to know, you can find guys.
Yeah, he left. It's not that isn't pulling his left. Nobody thinks that that guy isn't pulling his weight. It's just that if he's not pulling his weight, then you've done a bad choice. And it's upon you to live with its consequences, not the man.
Pulling his weight. Next thing you need to know, you can find guys who will treat you amazingly. My boyfriend never wanted kids. He wanted a free, easy single life.
Yeah, you see? The antinatalist one. He should be trying to get this woman.
He ended up with me, and I've got my 3 unschooled kids. It would be hard to meet.
3! Oh my god. Now, you see the antinatalist there? All of a sudden he has to deal with 3 children. Like, life isn't hard enough for that dude, that now he has to also take care of 3 children when he didn't ask for that and the children didn't ask for that. I don't think he will make it. So, antinatalist, I still don't think these are a good version for you, because a good match for you. But I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. In my case, I wouldn't. Of course, it's a simp. He couldn't get anything else.
Someone that is more
And didn't want to have children. Like, again, he was the antinatalist. I don't think everyone's a simp. I told you, we are all simps. We are all simping. It's just that now some of them simp harder. Simp unreasonably hard. Like, I don't know who's doing this. It's Amanita for sure that's doing this. But
my 3.
I don't know if he enjoys children.
And the way he treats me is phenomenal.
Just being around, that's alright. I can't judge for him or her. But
I'll give you
depending on the period, the father might leave when they reach puberty, because that's not a very good place to be in. When they reach puberty, they get scary. They get really annoying. And of course, it's gonna be those fights in which, like, you're not my real dad. You can tell me what to do. And in that point, depending on the respect you have for the mother, that child might be abused physically or mentally, because again, the statistics, and not just the statistics, we all know it's not like based on the statistics, like we understand the fact that not being the father of some children increases the abuse like 50%, with 50% by 50%. So there is not going to be a lot of good fun memories on the long run, because again, he's a boyfriend, he's not a husband, and you already have 3 kids.
some examples. Recently we went to Cornwall for a week. He was already down in Cornwall, so I could have either driven the kids or got the train. But my car sucks, and my eldest daughter is autistic and trains are difficult for her. So he drove 6 hours in his van that he knows is more comfortable for my autistic daughter. He drove
Simp.
all the way up and he drove back. A 12-hour trip just to make sure my daughter was comfortable.
But I understand. I think sometimes he takes pity. I think he's just trying to say, but autism is another problem nowadays, which is, it's not a problem, but it's an occurrence more than a problem. It's been getting diagnosed more and more. But we don't know what's going on. Of course he did it to get laid. He knows this is his only, this is his move, man. This is his move. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of these kids. I'm gonna get some pussy. I think that's
like
that's exactly like it.
a bare minimum standard for him. He knows that my kids are the most important thing in the world to me and that he'll never come close. He's not remotely threatened by my kids. And I think...
Oh. Now, this is the thing with, let's say, the man, or the things that people accept nowadays, and it's this is kind of disgusting to the mankind.
just to make sure my daughter was comfortable. That's like a bare minimum standard for him. He knows that my kids are the most important thing in the world to me and that he'll never come close.
He'll never even come close. How would you feel if I say the woman that you're doing a lot of stuff to, you're never gonna come close, to his ex's seed. Huh? Huh? Well, Frederick. Oh my god. And he was like, yeah, I get it. I understand.
He's not remotely threatened by my kids.
Okay, he's not threatened because he doesn't want to have more children. I understand that, and he always has the chance to leave, which is pretty good. But I still don't see it as a winning move. Because this way, it's still better than she being single. However, many more are being drawn to this and are accepting this, kind of a little bit humiliating, but you kind of get it. But sometimes maybe that's all you can get, or that's all you think you can get.
I think that any man that is threatened by a baby or a child, he's always doing lovely things for me. If he knows I've had a busy day, or just as a treat, he'll say, let me get a takeaway. That might.
And what do you do, Mrs.?
Might also be because I'm a shit cook.
She is.
Oh, oh my god. She has 3 children and she's a shit cook. Oh my god. She can't even cook, and she has 3 children. And apparently those kids are more important than her current boyfriend that takes more care of them. And actually she just got the best deal for the babysitter. Like, what else do you need in life? You have your kids taken care of, your food taken care of. And you see, sometimes, if you still look good, that's the thing, if you look good enough, if you look young enough, there is a simp out there ready to stop your fall into the wall, soften it like a pillow, because they don't think they can get better. That's the self-confidence of today. I know it's declining. It's hugely declined because everything. Look at what's happening. What confidence do you have? The system is rigged and everything is falling. Hey, at least get a blondie.
She is making a list of characteristics about herself that does not benefit the guy whatsoever. The guy is a simp.
Yeah.
Knows he will never be first place, and he knows he will never get a home-cooked meal. Do you think this guy is a Chad? Of course not. He is her last option, a beta male she settled for because she couldn't get Chad.
I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, yes. Indeed. But he is a Chad's seed grower, I guess. Fake blondie, but yeah, she did get what she urged for. Not what she urged for, but she did get a comfortable lifestyle. Now, if that would mean resting all the time with the person, I don't think is that bad for her. However, as time will grow, we won't be able to see these kinds of changes in their in their relationship, because you won't see. You will see very rarely women taking back what they say, or accepting that what they say was not good. But it's weird. It's pretty strange. It's pretty strange with all the women in here. All the women that talk on the internet should go out and see what the real world is. But Who am I kidding? We're here. We're inside. It's a Sunday. Why aren't we out? Well, maybe because they're not out right now. They're being drilled out. They're being drilled out right as we speak.
So,
Because you can't have a Sunday
have a question. It's a big question,
without a question.
and it's for all you hot single guys. I want to know where you are,
At home, I work today.
because I can't find you.
Well, you could have found me.
You're not in any coffee shop. You're not on most of the dating apps that I've been on before.
Yes, because I was working. We work, even Sundays sometimes. But it's a good description to say that if you want someone, you have to spend some days just going into coffee shops, into bars, just be around it. It's exhausting doing all the same conversation all over again, because some of you are too old and some of you are insane and some of you are pretty nice, but there's not enough time during the day to just spend it in a coffee shop. It's just doing nothing, paying overly priced coffees just to be around women, when you could be home eating after the gym or preparing for the gym to be hotter, more beautiful, to get something younger.
And you're not hanging out with my mates. So where are you? Literally, tell me your location, because I have almost retired.
I really don't wanna. Just look at this look.
Tired my vagina.
Oh my god. You know, that's a dude speaking. That's a dude speaking. That's a dude. You see, I told you they're trying to make us gay.
Tell me your location, because I have almost retired my vagina, because I.
Oh, you're at home or at the gym all the time, dude. But you do have a lot to put in. You do have a lot to fill. But she has tired of her pajama. My homies. Do you go to the gym, my homies? I have 4 viewers, I think, from what Streamlabs is taking me. Are you going to the gym? My homies here in France don't really go to the gym. I saw him right once that he goes to the gym after he started. Then he never said anything. The other one, I don't catch him when he's at the gym. So it was just me at the gym. And the ladies.
Tired my vagina, because I can't find a single guy that I find remotely attractive, funny, smart, intelligent, charming.
And there goes the labeling thing, and we're back. Oh my god, we're connecting so many histories. We're connecting so many histories. And, we're gonna watch just this woman and end the stream, because I just realized we passed the 2-hour mark and it's getting the time for getting ready for work, because we work on Monday as well. We work. As you tire your vagina, we're actually supposed to work and rest, because rest is important.
Where are you? Really attractive, funny.
And she's trying to label. That's why I said, oh, is he attractive? Is he not attractive? She does not feel anymore. She thinks like, is he attractive? Is he not attractive? Is he funny? Is he not funny? Does he have this? That's the problem with labeling, because you don't have a set point of what you consider attractive. And you don't know what that set point is.
Smart, intelligent, charming.
And of course, a huge list.
Where are you? Do you all go and hibernate on some far-off island?
Oh, we wish. Oh, we wish. Come on. Who's for hibernating? Ah. Oh, let's see. Do you want to go? Do you want? Remote island. Come on. I want the 30. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm ready. Come on. Do you want to go hibernate on a remote island? Or do you want 30 plus redhead and play her, play the Joker for her or something? I don't know. Be all those 7 things in the list. I myself, if I could vote, I would choose to go hibernate on a remote island, to be honest.
Somewhere else? Like for the summer and the winter and the autumn and like literally come out for like 2 weeks and oop, I missed you. Where are you?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Come on, like answers on a postcard. Send Albans, send your location to me, and I'm coming.
Please don't.
Literally coming.
Now, she's getting desperate, but of course she won't come. But that gained her enough attention for the Sims to go and send her a location for her to be to raise her self-esteem, to know that, oh, look how many men gave me their address. Oh, look at how many men they give me their address. I just made this movie. I just made this little TikTok movie, and all the men, they were like, oh, giving me their address. Oh, the Sims. Oh, those fucking Sims. They gave me.
The hot guys are with the hot women. I think she got lost somewhere and misinterpreted her own dating market value.
You got that right.
True. What else I had in mind, because I had only one thing before ending the stream. Because what do we talk about? We talked about man and normal reactions.
Your dog just died.
His dog just died. Just so you know. That was a normal human reaction. God damn it. Come on. Stop. Ah. Oh, what am I doing? Did I put the vibrator one? Yeah. I put the vibrator one. I think we're good. I had something somewhere, but I can't find it because I'm not that a good preparer. But I can try. I can always try. Now, for the viewers, do not forget to say hi if you want. And where are you from? As we're ending this stream very soon, before I show you one last piece of I want to call it entertainment, or the last half-hour piece for tonight, which will be the X-Files. And oh, come on. No, not the demonic possession one. Oh, come on. Where is it? Skin. Oh, the Skinwalkers. Oh, you ready? You ready to see the Skinwalkers? Have you seen the Skinwalkers episode of Mr. Metacore? Because recently there's been a new video of a Skinwalker. So let me just prepare that as well, so we can put it afterwards. Where is he? So we can really welcome ourselves to hell, as Bad Billy Pratt put it. As soon as I find that video, because it started being taken out. So I recorded it, but oh, did it fall as well? Oh no, I think it's just a little bit lower. Just a little bit louder. No. Huh. I think it dropped as well. However, I will prepare it while... Can I show it? I'm just gonna get this here. Good. I can show it afterwards. Let's go. Bonus entertainment. The X-Files. And the spooky X-Files of Mr. Medcar. I love it. The intro.
Believe the picture and see the truth. 2 + 4 = 6.
We're breaking the conditioning!
One weekend, after an extremely tiring and tedious work week, you decide to do something a little bit different. Being an outdoorsman, you decide that you're going to go camping. Pulling out your trusty map, you point to somewhere you've never been before. You are the adventurous type, and it's a challenge for you. Getting there, enjoying nature, reconnecting with yourself, everything about it sounds grand. So much different than your daily life of working in a cubicle. With your mind set on camping, you head out. Maybe you even bring some of your friends with. After all, the woods are nature's Las Vegas, and what happens out there stays out there. Along for your journey, you brought only the most basic of provisions, the necessities for camping, something to hunt rabbits with, some books to read, a canoe, and if you want to be a little girl about it, even a tent. As nighttime settles in, you and your friends take in the majesty of nature. You enjoy the stars around a campfire. You point at butterflies or whatever other gay shit people do in the woods. It's paradise. That is until you hear the noise. Just off in the distance, you can hear it ever so slightly as it gets louder and louder. As you all frantically look around to try to figure out where the noise came from and what it is, you suddenly hear it. It's an eerie sound, almost human-like, just from the edge of the woods. It seems to be calling to you, almost as if it's speaking English, but not quite. Finally, that guy, that guy, the brave one, decides that he's going to go investigate. He's going to see what's making that noise and what exactly it's saying. As you all watch as he vanishes into the tree line, you begin to wonder, is it a good idea for him to go alone? As you wait with bated breath, minutes turn into hours, and the hours seem to stretch on. Your friend, that guy, hasn't come back yet. You all begin to worry, to wonder if maybe he got hurt or injured out in the woods. Maybe that noise was a predator. Maybe he's being eaten by a mountain lion. I don't know. It is Connecticut, and you're pretty sure that happens there. Finally, you hear the noise again. Only this time, you're able to see what it is. As you run to the tree line, you could swear it looks like your friend, but as it comes in closer, something's not right. Oh sure, it looks like them. The physical features are almost the same, but something's different. Something's off. As they come to sit back around the campfire, their attitude and mannerisms are completely different. It's almost like they can't even speak the language. Every time you ask them a question or something personal, all they respond with is, whoop whoop. And stranger still, they don't seem to know your name, or anyone's name. They just keep calling everybody fam. As the darkness extends and nighttime continues, they try to lure you back into the woods. They have something they want to show you. They tell everybody to follow them out. But you have a feeling deep in your gut that something is wrong, that something has happened tonight that shouldn't have, and that if you go into those woods, you're never going to come back. This story's not unique. In fact, it's a common tale told across multiple communities online. From website to website, consistencies remain between each of the iterations. Usually, it involves going into the woods with a group of friends, hearing strange noises or awkward calling voices from the edge of the tree line. Somebody will go to investigate, and when they come back, they're changed. They may look the same, but they're completely different. They aren't your friend or family member anymore. And I guess that's what makes a skinwalker so terrifying. It's the idea that they can take anyone and assume their position, and that you'll almost never know. That they can pass themselves off almost perfectly as the person you once knew. That is until you realize just what a skinwalker is. A skinwalker is a drunken Indian, a Native American who's imbibed too much firewater. And when you realize this, you can take safety precautions to protect yourself when you're out in the woods. Firstly, always read the signs. Most forest rangers are aware of skinwalkers in the vicinity. They put them into special containment areas, quarantines, called reservations. These reservations are meant to contain them, so it's important to know where you're camping and where the nearest reservation is. Skinwalkers are much like bears in that they're easily intimidated by something that's larger than them. If you encounter a drunken Indian in the woods, the correct way of scaring them off is to stand on your tippy toes and spread your arms out and holler at them. Don't back away. Don't look away. Stare directly at them and holler. And one of the biggest things to remember when dealing with a skinwalker is what every one of the stories you'll read online says about them. No one ever dies. And story after story after story, it's always people talking about encountering them and never being hurt or killed. Statistically, you have a 98.8% chance of surviving an encounter with a skinwalker. The eastern gray squirrel is more dangerous because it can carry rabies. A drunken Indian isn't very dangerous. They just trip a lot. So once you have all these facts and can utilize this information, skinwalkers pose very little risk. And these tips aren't something new. In fact, they're from all around the world. Skinwalkers aren't just a North American occurrence. Culture after culture has encountered some variation of them. And over the years, they've gathered this information to help you during your next camping excursion. Now, with Halloween fast approaching, your kids may be interested in seeing what a skinwalker is up close and personal. But because they're young, they're probably scared of the woods. It'd be very hard to get a 10-year-old to go out at night into the forest. Luckily for you, you can find skinwalkers in an urban environment. They congregate at a place called a casino. These casinos are home to numerous skinwalkers. So feel free to grab your kids, get them all dressed up on the 31st of October, and bring them to a casino. You're going to want to look for something called a blackjack dealer. These blackjack dealers will be more than happy to sit and interact with your kids. They can interact with them as much as they like, even petting them. Just be sure to bring their favorite food, acorns and peanuts.
All right, where's the sound? All right, so you learned a little bit about the skinwalkers, which totally starts to represent today's age, in which these persons that have been through so many men that they changed the personality to become that man. They are a kind of skinwalker, but
keeper of records, mighty king.
Okay, sorry about that. That wasn't because I prepared for you a skinwalker. And as soon as I find out how do I put it, okay, there we go. Let's see.
Hi?
Oh, there's no sound. Oh, there's no sound. Do you hear any sound when I'm playing this? Come on.
Hi?
Oh, there's a sound.
I got Girl Scout cookies. You want some? I don't have any cash on me. I'm sorry. They're free.
Aren't those for the Girl Scouts?
We're selling them for free.
Can I go look at the door? No, we can't go out there. No thank you on the Girl Scout cookies. You're scary.
Okay. I can see you.
We never let him go away.
So, how would you feel with someone like that entering your home? Well, knocking on your door in the late of the night. Oh, that must be fun. Now, of course, she might be just high, or she might be just drunk, or she might just be insane. However, you can see how all this starts getting together, right? The skinwalkers, the dimensions, the dimensions are merging. But basically, women that have this high body count and still want to be treated as themselves when they have lost themselves a long time ago, and they are just relics of their past boyfriends, then those are most likely skinwalkers. And the other ones that want you to accept, they just want to make you gay because of the chemicals in the water. You know Alex Jones. You know Alex Jones in his famous song. Come on, not this one. He was right all along, because due to the chemicals and what do you call the anti-conception, the pill, not the morning after pill, but the birth control pill is going through the sewers, and it's not properly filtered because the filters are not designed to filter the birthing chemicals, and so they're back in the water, and it's turning the fish gay, it's turning the frogs gay, you might say, but they're turning their sex, and it's actually proven that some of them have become the other sex, I guess. And it's bad. That's why we're getting so many simps, because the level of debauchery that is created nowadays, it's gone so high that our capacity to limit the things that are coming our way are getting lower and lower, and that of course decreases our testosterone, because we cannot count on our ability to group certain events into certain results, so we can actually know that we can take the risk, because in today's age, the juice is not worth the squeeze. And of course, along with the chemicals in the water that makes the frogs gay, it's becoming harder and harder because the testosterone is lowering, and it's like fighting in more than one battle, because you're fighting 5 battles at the same time and still have to be interested by a woman that has 7 children. A single mom. Really. I don't think that's a good investment, boys. But let's hear Alex Jones tell us about the gay frogs. Okay, so that was gay progs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh, I did not just do that. Oh my god. Okay. Shall we do it again?
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like a frog. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you.
Ah, okay, that was the frog song. Ah, thank you for that. I just did a boomer moment. Just did a boomer moment, and yeah, indeed, the testosterone is low because of plastics as well. It is a big role, which is not much we can do about it, but I don't know. Drink, because here's the thing, you don't have glass bottles anymore that you can just drink from, and those are hard to implement again because everyone wants to have easy stuff that can be thrown away. So that's the plastic right there. And even the problem with this is just the I want to say the willingness to actually risk all these things, knowing that your testosterone is pushed from the spiritual world and the physical world as well, is like going down, and at the same time, even if you manage to get on top, to raise a little bit, to get better, the only thing you'll find out there is a single mom of 3 or single mother of 4 or 7. And aluminum is with Alzheimer. And yeah, but sometimes you just don't care. Like, fuck it, give it all. Because that's what low testosterone does. Like, you don't want to... You're tired. You're weary of having to accept all these things. Because some of the filters have been set to not be able to see anything positive anymore. And when you're going outside and the only things you'll find are nothing that would make you want to repeat those interactions ever again, that also lowers the testosterone. It's the ability to make some changes and improvements, because hey, even if you self-improve, that's just a self-fulfilling like duty, like the road to self-improving leads to self-improving, and then failing and then going back on self-improving. It's a never-ending journey, unless you see something that is worth creating or embodying or raising or helping. Tired, low libido, high estrogen and test, low bone density, emotional compromise. Yeah, it's all connected after all. It's your diet, it's your activities, it's what happens in around you, what's interesting. And, we will see another one. But I don't have the smallest violin, but these are some woman. Apparently she's 33, lives alone. All her friends have kids and husbands. I don't like living anymore. I don't like drinking anymore. But I live in a city where it seems to be the only activity to do. And my mental and physical health are my main priority right now. For the most part, I am happy, but sometimes I get lonely doing everything by myself. Well, yeah, this is what's going on because everyone knows that we're doing everything by ourselves. And again, it goes to the part where if you manage to do for two person as a man, if you manage to reach the point where you can do the job of two persons, then that's a real man that can do a job of two persons and be alright. But yeah, now everybody's a little bit in suffering for the crimes of, not the crimes, but for the actions of the past. This is what is happening now. And yeah, good luck, I want to say, because I want to say I'm in the same position sometimes. However, I have some reasons to still search for someone that didn't like the alcohol, even as they were younger. I don't know. It's just a preference. It's just a preference at the end of the day. But this is where I'll finish it. With, of course, the bad hand we are in now with lower testosterone, which is, of course, caused by everything nowadays. And I don't know what the solution is. I can't really know, but if someone knows it, then this would be a good moment, because it seems like a very tiring job to do for at the end for what? Because I'm already too late. To get into that. I'm gorgeous, but I don't manage to do the work of two persons. So yeah, not going to take someone that has not even tried. Now, climate neutral. No. I'm searching for a song. And I'm sorry for leaving you like this today, but the only way to solve this, apparently, is to look inside. To look inside at what you do, what you are. To subscribe to the channel, of course. That would be better if you want to see more. And in the future, maybe say hi when you pass by. Because we're just doing this 2 times per week. Which is good, because we're not talking too often, but not too rare as well. Because not so many things happen in a week. And we need to talk about all of them. And we did it. Actually, we did it, boys. We talked about boobs, talked about men, we talked about religion, we talked about TikTok. Did we talk about TikTok? No, we didn't talk about TikTok, did we? Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, TikTok was banned or not? TikTok ban USA. Something happens in the talks as they try to ban TikTok. Okay. Not TikTok. Oh. So, let's see here. Come on. Basically, certain lawmakers want to ban TikTok because they say it poses a national security risk with regard to the Chinese government and, more specifically, the fear that this government could not or does not interfere with TikTok's operations. TikTok is owned by the China-based company ByteDance, and American legislators have expressed concerns that TikTok could exploit user data to spy on its American users and feed them misinformation, or actually using that data to just completely hypnotize its public, as it did until now. And as those dudes were doing with the vibrators, the same thing, right? That's the problem. That being said, there's a number of people who will have varying opinions on these alleged dangers and possibilities, so it's important not to generalize these arguments too much. In this case, it's helpful to look directly at the logic of the lawmakers who are early proponents to the ban. Now, I don't think it should be banned. However, I think a proper introduction of how it works and how people are working to gain that attention and to remain there, and of course that is very troubling, since there was a question back there, but we already knew that we are all watched, and it's just the fact that it's what we... I think it's up to us to decide what information can these platforms access. Because as you can see in this video... Oh, I'm not stopping, am I? I'm not stopping. Why am I not stopping?
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you can answer that.
You see, so it doesn't quite enter the information. However, it does exploit the information as seeing what works and what doesn't, as on every app that is a social media app in which people are told that they can make money out of it. But I will present you with the last meme before going to sleep, because this is my favorite meme nowadays. This dude over here. This is like a weird Chad movement. Not Chad, but like autistic Chad. I think that's how you may call him. Which one is the red pill or the blue pill? because the only pill I like is the white pill. But here's one, like, police, you are being arrested for money laundering. No thanks, have a good day. I love this dude. I don't know why, but I'm loving all his memes. Just check it out. One more. Let's see what this one says. Me when someone takes a bench I was about to use at the gym. I cut their brake lines on their automobile. Yeah, so it's an autistic Chad. But this is your look when someone is about to use your bench at the gym. This is how you look at them. And then you'll go and cut the brake lines on their automobile. Like, I don't know if you know me, but I always look like that at people. It's totally the way I look when someone takes my bench. But one more meme, one more. Let's end with Alex Jones with the last conspiracy, because we acted completely out of the normal things that you talk at dinner. Like, we talked about all the things that are good to be. These are the discussions that are good to be had on the internet. Like, of course, if you're not speaking about this at home, at least you speak about these things on the internet, but you can at least speak by them. So every time when you want to act normal, if you ever get a girlfriend and she asks you to act normal at a dinner, just start doing this.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans. This is their plan, people.
This is their plan. However, I do not deny that the demons might exist. Now, I don't know what their plans is, but of course, everything that passes through the gate wants to be part of this reality. Now, some of them want to conquer it. Some of them just want to live in it. It's on everybody, but you have to keep your eyes out for everyone, because we know you can't count on anyone else, and that's the hardest lesson everyone should learn. That you're basically not important to anyone beside your family. And if you're single, of course, because no one else will care about your well-being, and everyone else around you either wants something or might not exist. Everyone wants something from every single man. And, your ability to maintain that things that you have is a proof of your effort. Yeah, family and extended family, which are the friends. But even with friends, some people just don't have friends, or they want something from their friends, and it's pretty sad sometimes. And I think that's the reason why barbecues are so important. Because in barbecues, as you're around the fire or making food, the persons that you are with know that the person that cares for your well-being as you're making the food at a barbecue wants the food, but at the same time stays for the pleasure. It's very easy to find friends when you have a running fire at a barbecue. That's why if you can do a barbecue, just do a barbecue. I think this is what the Prophet has spoken, and this should be listened to. This year, plan to make a barbecue and to plan it. This is what needs to be done to be a real man at the end of the day. So let me just see a song here as I can end it properly. Let's end this properly with a song. Come on, something. Some barbecue. Is there a barbecue song? There is a barbecue song. Are we gonna end the stream with a barbecue song? We are gonna end the stream with a barbecue song. Alright, so as we're getting into the end scene, I do thank you everyone for joining me during this night of Sunday, in which we chilled a little, we talked about all the things, and we will talk about them more, and maybe come up with some solutions to implement in our lives, and some systems that could help us move further without the intervention of the state or the intervention of single moms that just want money and time to do some things that they shouldn't be doing after they become parents, which is being single. Now, let's listen to the barbecue song. As always, I'll be resting in the comments for the rest of the song. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of these when we talk about it next week. I wish you a great evening and a great night. And if you have the chance to do a barbecue, put a barbecue song on, and talk about the good old days and the things that you shouldn't talk over dinner. Have a great night.
In the mountains of Tennessee, they like the smoky sauce. But over there in old Memphis, a dry rub ribs balls.
The folks down in Georgia, they can't make up their mind. You can give it to them sweet or spicy, and they'll say that tastes alright.
And you might think the South Carolinians are just a little bit off. Would you believe their barbecue's yellow with a mustard sauce?
Pork shoulder is the cut of choice in Mississippi, and they pride themselves on barbecue that's totally vinegary.
In Louisiana, them Cajuns, they like to spice it up. They like to spice it up. This is our review of barbecue in the southern United States. And when my life is through, bury me in barbecue, but make sure it's vinegar based, cause you know that slows decay. And it's the style from our home state of North Carolina. Hello!
Kentucky, that's a fancy name for sheep. But in the rest of the state, sliced pork butt is what they eat. Arkansas's kind of like Georgia, a barbecue melting pot. And when you ain't looking, them good old boys will make that barbecue hot. Alabama's got the strangest thing I've seen in my barbecue days. Cause their barbecue sauce is white, made out of mayonnaise. And down in Texas, where the longhorn steer roam free, they love to smoke their brisket, that's a big old slab of beef. And down in Florida, is Florida a southern state? No, it ain't. This is our review of barbecue in the southern United States. And when my life is through, bury me in barbecue. People not from the South think barbecue means cookout, and that's something they're wrong about. Barbecue is not a verb, and barbecue is not a grill. Barbecue is meat prepared in a very special way, which varies depending on where you